Hi, gang. Today we're talking about the 8 best sports teams from the 1990s, right? Hi, gang. It's Josh, and back again for My Wife Hates This. This is the continuation of Josh's Right Week, and I just wanted to bring up another thing from the 90s that I enjoyed so much, and that was the top 8 teams just from the 1990s. And I'm just going to throw a list up here real quick so people can see them. And the first on my list is the Chicago Bulls. I mean, they were probably the most dominant team that ever took a court in basketball, and it's just the one team that I remember the most. Growing up, they were on TV all the time. It was always a championship with Jordan and the crew when things went, and I really enjoyed watching them. Keith, do you remember watching them? That's fantastic, because I'm sure you really enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. The next one on my list is the New York Yankees. Though I'm not a big Yankees fan or a baseball fan in general, I just remember them winning all kinds of things over and over. I mean, just their win record alone was pretty impressive. It's why people suddenly jumped on the New York Yankees bandwagon for all those years, because they were good and they had the money to spend, which is different than everybody else. And would you agree that they were pretty good? What? Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Absolutely. See, even Keith's on board today. Man, this is really, we are in tune with each other. This is a lot of fun. Number 3, the men's Duke basketball team. These guys were winning games left and right. Oh, I think they even had a national championship or 2 at the time, and it's just that team could not be stopped on the college hoop side of things. Probably, one would argue, amongst the best in history so far, but there's still left to be. You agree? Okay. This is getting so easy. I'm enjoying this. Number 4, the Dallas Cowboys. Who do not remember the 3 Super Bowls that the Cowboys ended up pulling off in the 90s with Aikman and the crew? They even go through a head coach change and still win one year after not winning. They win 2 in a row. They go for they miss a year and they go back and win a third one. And the Dallas Cowboys just could not be stopped. I mean, Aikman was just on fire. Plus, they had the running game that, if you couldn't throw it, they could run it. The Dallas Cowboys were unstoppable. As far as football goes, they're probably tops for the 90s. The second one behind them might be, there was a pretty good Vikings team, but they never won any Super Bowls. There was a repeat by the Broncos, so they were pretty good. But for some reason, the Dallas Cowboys really stick out for those 3 Super Bowls that they had during the 90s. And I think Dallas Cowboys are your favorite football team, aren't they? They should be now. I mean, you're not rebutting anything, so that's fantastic. He's a wonderful guy today. And then there was Florida State football. I mean, as far as college football goes, these guys, the 90s were their time. Plus all of the players that came out of that program that went into the NFL, Florida State was tops. Wasn't a big fan. Everybody was a Florida State fan when I was in high school because it was the team to like, and they wore all those starter jacket crap and all that other stuff about them. But yeah, let's face it, they were pretty good, right? Right. Wonderful. And then there was the men's Kentucky basketball. I remember seeing them doing their thing, but mostly it was Duke that was the one that was ahead of things. Kentucky basketball had a lot of wins, but nobody cared. Who cares about what Kentucky basketball did? Unless you're a Kentucky basketball fan, then by that case, you probably like them. Would you agree? Wonderful. Man, I'm right again. This is going to be a great day. And then there was Atlanta Braves for baseball. Man, these guys were unbelievable. Championships in the 90s. Their record was unbelievable. The stars on their team, they were dominating prime time. If you had TBS, that's all that was on TV. Because, Atlanta, gotta know where TBS comes out of. But yeah, the Atlanta Braves back in the day were the team to watch in baseball. They had it. They had the pitching, they had the hitting, they had the fielding. They were pretty much the most complete team of the 1990s, probably just by the sheer success that they had. Most complete team in baseball at the time. I'd say the most complete team was probably the Chicago Bulls, because they had depth not only in their starting 5, but their bench was just loaded with players. A lot of good. And any debates on the baseball side? Okay. All right. There we have it. No debate. Pretty easy today. And number 8, the LSU Tigers college baseball team. I know a lot of people didn't watch college baseball, but when it was on, it was the LSU Tigers as they were dominating the 1990s. Their record was unbelievable. They could not be stopped at one point. Of course, I was not a baseball fan, so I didn't pay much attention because football's always the way to go. Right, Keith? Fantastic. Guys, this has been another episode of My Wife Hates This. That has been the top 8 best teams of the 1990s. And since I am right about it, and this is Josh's right week, this is a lot of fun. He has been so attentive to feelings and needs lately. It has been a lot of fun. If you like the content that you've seen here, go ahead and ring that bell because why not? Every time we make something, don't you want to see the next thing about me being right? I know I do. And I know my wife does. He loves it when I do this stuff. He can't live without it. The only thing that's missing right now is nothing because I'm right. Guys, also check out ourcommunitynow.com for all the latest stuff that goes on in your neighborhood because that's what we do. We report local news, national news, and the things going on in your neighborhoods. That's at ourcommunitynow.com. Also, don't forget to go to the rest of our YouTube channels so you can see the other content that we produce that covers everything from movies to automotive to the boomer generation and parenting and so much more. So guys, I am Josh for My Wife Hates This along with my partner who knows that I'm right, saying we'll see you next time. Have a great day. So much fun.